Gavin, it's another loss, and despite having talked about the same mistakes in recent weeks, was there a different flavour about this defeat?
Yeah, I think so. Still a defeat. So let's get, if you're talking about different flavours, and I understand why you're saying that, it's still a defeat. Which we're bitterly disappointed for, because I thought we deserved a lot more today. Some of the things we've contributed to, and some of the things are completely out of our hands. Let's get it right. So we have to look at that, and I do talk about imbalanced decisions that went against Chesham as well. So all in all, where am I at? I'm bitterly disappointed with defeat, because that was avoidable today. There's no question about that. But we're clearly stepping on. We're clearly stepping on, and we're clearly getting better, and we're clearly being a team that looks like it's got a much better identity about it. So from that point of view, there's a lot for me to focus on, and a lot for me to enhance. We all come here for a result. That's what we come here for. And whether you get a scrappy one, which is probably what we need at the minute, or whether you get one where you've played from minute 1 to minute 95, where you're dominating the game, I don't really care. I'll take it at the minute. But to be walking off with nothing is quite a bitter pill to swallow.
Sounds like you feel like we deserved something from the game, certainly in our general play.
Well, you saw it. I mean, for me, yeah, I think we. Their substitutes probably affect the game better than ours. I think was probably a key to it. I think their squad is much deeper in depth in that respect. So that's where we are. But with all due respect to them, to teams that we've played over the last week, Chesham are a better side than them. But everyone's coming up to me saying, well, we're the better side, arguably, and because I think we've stepped on and we've played really well, we made them look quite ordinary, and they're not.
We went in one down at the break. How pleased were you with the response, not just to level the game, but to go in front after half time?
Yeah, we felt, I went in at half time despite everything, and was really, really, really positive, because I felt that we had it within our grasp today. It was a harsh scoreline at that stage, and I really felt that we had it within our grasp. We were looking quite dangerous in some respects, and so it proved. And we got ourselves in front. I'm not sure about their penalty. About our penalty, to be honest with you. I was a long way away, but it looks off to me. So we see a theme occurring today throughout, and it just depends whether you're on the wrong side of that theme, and we are. I wasn't surprised that we got our noses in front. I wasn't. There's a couple of things that we've got to look at. One is obviously the second goal, because that phase of play where they score from is something that's been Achilles' heel for us a little bit. I think teams getting goals in those sorts of areas. We think back to Hemel and goals like that. So that's something that we've addressed, and we obviously need to keep addressing. The winning goal, I don't know. I've only got the boys' word for it. Youngie says that his hands are by his side. It's hit at him from a yard away. What can he do? I suppose it's to add insult to injury, gets sent off. And then I've got a very clear view of what happened at the end there when Harry has the shot, where the guy's arms are in an unnatural position, and he doesn't give it. So what can you do? What can you do? You rely on these people to do their jobs, and we're all here and we all saw it.
Well, there are certainly positives in our play overall. How would you address perhaps accusations that our game management needs improvement?
Well, clearly, because we've gone from a 2-1 position to losing 3-2. I was trying to get the boys. It's my responsibility. Even though I'm sitting up in the stand, and that makes life a little bit more difficult to get messages across. And of course it does. So of course. We'll always look at that ourselves. I don't need other people to tell me that.
We signed Adam Thompson. We confirmed him yesterday. He came straight into the team, having trained on Thursday. What did you make of his performance?
Exactly what I expected from him. He marshalled. To lose Zav was a big blow for us. I think. It's just something else that kicks you a little bit. But I thought Adam today did really, really well. Comfortable, controlled. Did exactly what I thought he would do, and he'll only get better.
And as for the boys on loan. Is there any indication as to their statuses longer term?
Well, Alfie we have until the new year. Harley will have to take as we go along with Dan really, but you know, all played their part today. So we'll have to keep chipping away. You know, they're not our players. They've got their respective clubs, and their respective clubs will do what's necessary. I would suggest, you know, being here with us is for a longer term is going to do them the power of good in that respect, because you know they're playing football at a physical level, but they're also you know, improving game by game, and I think that can only be good for their clubs.
We've got a break from league action for the next 2 weeks, but we've got Athletic Newham here in the London Senior Cup. I suppose a chance to blood some of the younger players, perhaps some academy players, and also to afford minutes to those boys who are perhaps getting up.
Well, it is. I mean, we you know, I did look at these cup competitions earlier in the season and felt that, you know, we need to build more of a pathway through the academy, but I also have to take into consideration that we haven't got a game on Saturday, so we may need to use it for our purposes as well. So there'll be a bit of a balance on that one. But yeah, so you know, it's not a competition that we don't want to do well in. We want to do well in it, but there's also, you know, other sides to it and other ways that we look at it.
Thank you.